So maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, somewhere around there, I put my receipts up in one of these things up here. I got one of these pouches, and my receipts go on this side, and my registration and insurance is on this side, inside of here. And I was putting my receipt away after I filled up, and my registration just went right out the window. So I've been driving without it, but today I gotta pick up a load at I gotta pick up a load at a regular location, but I got a cross dock. But the deliveries, all of them, I believe, or all three so far, they're trying to add a fourth one maybe, are all going to a military bases. So at the military base, they always need your registration there too. We've had drivers that have been turned down, so had to go to like one of these places in Cle Elum and print one out. So got me a new one. Gonna have to sign that bad boy and file it again. Oh, yeah. Fun times, guys. Fun times. Next load, I still haven't even changed my shirt yet. We'll just go grab it and pick it up because it's, I was coming from Seattle to go get it, but the problem is I got stuck in traffic on 405, insane traffic, and lost 40 minutes of already time? A tight time already, so can't afford to be losing any more time. Can we go in the middle lane? We'll go in the middle lane. So yeah, just so you guys are aware, if your registration flies out the window, in the state of Washington, they just print you out a new one, don't even charge you for it. I thought maybe I'd have to pay some kind of a fee, but no, nice and easy. Nice and easy. 82 degrees out now, 10 a.m., 10:10 almost, as you can see. So we're roasting this week. Wednesday, somewhere Tuesday, Wednesday. I think Wednesday we're like at 105 in Cheney where I live, and then in Spokane. I don't know if you get downtown where all that concrete and everything else heats up. I don't know how hot it'll get down there, but it is what it is. It's summertime. I love warm weather. I don't like extreme heat. I don't think. I've never been in any extreme heat. I mean, I have 116. One time I've been in Sacramento, it was like 116. But besides that, I mean, it felt good. If you're not slaving away in that heat, then it's fine. If you're just out and about, enjoying weather at the lake, whatever, you got to be, doing those sort of things, then yeah, it's no big deal. But if you got to work, like, you know what I mean, doing some shingling a roof or something, jeez, this thing does not want to hold. My sugar-free Red Bull. Start drinking sugar-free. Slaving away is no good at, over 100 degrees. I'll show you guys what we're picking up and what we're delivering, because I don't even know what it could be. It's picking up at a dock in Spokane, and then the deliveries go to 3 different Montana locations, and one more maybe Idaho one they were trying to add. I gotta look at the emails and see if dispatch did get the 4th one approved, because we charged them extra for the 4th one. They wanted a 4th one in the end, and I'm like, well, you guys already kind of, I mean, you can't get much more for it, but I was like, hey, try to see if you can get more for this last one. So it already pays a round trip from home to all the deliveries and back, but it's just gonna take up extra time. That Plummer, Idaho one delivery, that's, it eats up your day by the time you go there and back, because of the little towns that you got to go through and everything else. So it is what it is. There it is. Not too long ago, everything was just so green. The shoulders, the middle over there between the 2 freeways, between the freeway, I mean, everything was just so green not that long ago, and now all of a sudden it's just about yellow. And after this 100 degrees, I'm sure by the weekend it's going to be as yellow as it can get. I'm talking about all these and everything. And we got smoke. Saw a helicopter with one of those things. It looked like an army one. Flew that way. I think something's on fire around here. Because he was one of those ones that was carrying water. So I don't know where he flew to, but I don't know where the smoke is at. But oh yeah, everything's all smoked out over here. Going that way even. So I don't know what's on fire, but something's got to be on fire out here. Some kind of wildfire. This is what they were afraid of. 100-degree temperatures, and you know, it's all smoky out there. So I don't know where it's at. If I see it, I'll show you guys. There is going to be 4 pieces. At first one didn't match up, then they gave me a different number, but then the shipper says now, the warehouse guy goes, well, there's actually 4 pieces here, so should be loaded with 4. Just waiting. Because they did add more money for that other stop, and I'd rather make the more money than the less money by not going somewhere else. I mean, as long as it wasn't my furthest point, which is Great Falls. That would have still been okay. If it's somewhere in the middle, you know, and I still got to drive through there, then, you know, we're still going to charge the same. But if it's an out of the way stop like Plummer or whatever, then yeah. Beautiful day when things go according to plan. Waited maybe half hour in total until I'm out of here. Somewhere around there. Actually, 45 minutes. Okay. Because at first, one of the numbers...
Head north on North Thor Street.
At first, one of the numbers wasn't coming up. The forward air numbers, so that wasn't working. Got to turn the put the curtain back up, because this way, all my heat is escaping. Or I'm sorry, all my cold stuff is escaping towards the back. But there's my 4 pallets right there. This is my last drop. That's my 3rd drop. And then my 2nd drop, and then the 1st drop. First drop is at the tail, obviously. So that's a bunch of computers and laptops is what it looks like. So 3 military deliveries to 3 different bases is what it looks like. And then 1 hospital delivery to a hospital. So I'm gonna go get it done real quick. My first one, get that out of the way before they close. That way I can still make it to my Montana deliveries for morning time. Montana ones are morning. I don't know. We'll see. If I get there tonight and they can accept it tonight, maybe, but I doubt it. I think it's going to have to be like all morning ones, because it doesn't... Sometimes you need clearance and all this other stuff and all that. They needed U.S. citizen for this load, so you had to have proof in hand. You guys know the deal. You guys know what it is. So you got to have either your passport card or you got to have a passport with you, because that's the only second set of ID that's going to work. Anything military, anything that's government always requires 2 pieces of ID. And the only thing that's going to really work as a second, it doesn't, even a TWIC card doesn't always work, even though it is a government issued ID still, or another piece of ID, still doesn't work. So you need 2 government issued ones, and which is, you know, in US, which turns out to be a passport or a passport card, and your actual driver's license, whatever you have. All right. GPS says 55 minutes to my first stop. That's probably what it is. Oh man, this paperwork wants to fly. I'll look on the bill of ladings and see if there's any delivery phone number, contact number, because it is going to a hospital, so I don't know. I doubt hospital's going to have, whatchamacallit, forklifts over there. Sometimes they have the low docks to where you can unload still, but that pallet's pretty heavy. The last one is probably the heaviest one out of all of them. So we'll see. I don't really care, honestly. I can care less. Where's the one to turn? Sprague? Or the freeway? Okay, I can take Sprague. So it says 40 miles, 50 minutes now, or 54 minutes now. That's where Plummer, Idaho is, middle of nowhere. Gotta love it when it's a hospital, but such a tiny hospital that you can't even find a loading dock to. They don't even have one. Been here, been up there. Maybe it's this other place where the container is, but no obvious, like, you know, no signs of receiving area or really anything anywhere. So I don't know. I'm gonna go back in here a little bit and see if maybe that's it right there, but it's kind of doesn't even look like it either. This one here requires hand unload. I'm almost done. Got to go in there 3 more times and then sign paperwork and then find a place to get rid of the shrink wrap. Wasn't set up to be a hand unload, I know that for a fact. Already confirmed that with dispatch, so hopefully they'll be able to add a little more for my extra sweating. Cool. Toasty 103 today, and I'm in Coeur d'Alene. I'm gonna go to Safeway right here, get some drinks. I don't know what else, maybe a couple little snacks, whatever, and fill up the cooler, because buying things like Gatorade and whatever else you might need at the gas station, yeah, not a very good, you know, not a smart business idea, because it's, you know, double if not triple than what the cost is in the store. Walmart is even cheaper, but they don't have a Walmart out here, so not anyway, not a close one anyway that I don't want to go out of the way to. So I just get a few things because I'm running low on my water supply, so a case of water and I don't know, some other couple sports drinks and maybe a Red Bull, and on my way. I still have a 4-hour and 17-minute drive to my next delivery, so I'll go over there, probably find a truck stop with a shower. I'm gonna go shower for the night and relax and go to bed and, you know, hopefully get a good night's sleep. And Montana shouldn't be too hot, so I know last night on the other load, I slept at the truck stop in North Bend, Washington. So that one at the TA, it was like 60, it got down to 62 at night, I think. If my, you know, thermometer is 100% correct. But towards morning, I mean, I did have 2 windows cracked open. And with the 2 windows, like when I went to bed, it was hot. So I cracked the windows open and then I turned the fan on. And then I fell asleep from being too cold. So then I turned the fan off and threw a blanket over myself and slept like that for another 2 hours. So 4 hours of sleep total last night. And then all this driving today, still keep on going. All the way to delivery, and then I'll rest up over there. We'll see. Maybe I'll go have a dinner over there. I don't know what we're going to find in Helena. What kind of restaurants are going to be open later, but I'd like to get some soup and, you know, whatever else I might find. Maybe Applebee's, maybe I don't know what else is open late out there that they might have. We'll see. That's the life of the Expediter for you guys. I know I don't go, like, you know, cross country and do all that, but trust me, I put on a lot of miles. When things are doing decent or good, I put on a lot of miles. I changed my oil at least once a month, doing just locals, just so you guys know. So yeah, get to be pretty busy when there's freight out there. So far it was a slow start, but we'll see how it goes. You know, I don't know, it's going to be hard to tell. I am going on vacation in 2 weeks or a week and a half for a week, so we'll see what the stats are after that. It'll be the end of July then, and then we'll see what the market is like after that. We'll still have August, and then September, and then we'll be in the fall. Kind of dark, you can't visualize everything I see, but if you listen, it sounds like raindrops, right? It's not raindrops, it's bugs. I just cleaned this windshield not too long ago, and I'm driving and I hear it, and then I can't really see much because this thing is like ruined. So many, I don't know if you can see it, but it's hard to see, I guess, through the camera what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'll even cut this part out. But man, it's like raindrops, but it's not raindrops. It's bugs. And so many of them. After that 103, 105 today, it's nice to see my temperature at like 74, 75. That's where I'm at now. And the sleeping will be good too, since it won't be hot. Montana's sleep is always good. Their nights, man, I tell you what, last year we went camping and we had to turn the heater on. I think maybe 2 times out of I think it was 2 times we had to turn the heater on in the motorhome because it was so cold. And this was like in August, either mid or end of August. Which outside it was like in the daytime 95, 97, and at night it was like 34 degrees. Big difference. Fan is on, sucking that warm air out. It says it's 71 outside, something like that. So totally sleepable, but it's still kind of warm inside of here. So I moved some pallets to the back. I could have just laid my bed on top of the freight as well, you know, kind of this way, and made it work, but I moved one all the way to the front so I could lay it down, and then I moved the other 2 pallets back, pushed them back, and that way I could get my legs on perfectly, and then got a perfect bed. So this is it. No fishing today. I don't even know why. I should have let my boy use it again. They went fishing yesterday, and then they went fishing again. And I have the toolbox with everything in it, so I don't know what they caught, but it ain't anything that's within here, so you know, it is what it is. So lights out for me. It's like 11:48, so almost midnight. Delivery scheduled for 8 a.m., so we'll see what time I actually wake up. Maybe earlier, maybe somewhere around I set the alarm for 7:50, so we'll see. And it is going to the base. I am parked right across the street from the actual entrance of the military base. There's kind of a gravel turnoff over here, so that's what I'm doing. That's where I'm parked. Like to sleep on site, so. And you're guarded very well. I'm 100% sure at the military base. Yeah. Guardian angel guards you first, and then if needed to be, you know, soldiers are right there. Good night, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Woke up without an alarm, 7:30. Look at my face, it's all puffy. Scary even for me. There's the gate. This is where I parked at night. Slept right here. There's barely any cars at night, but see, in the morning there's all kinds of action. So we'll see what the process is of getting in here. If there's guards or if there is no guards. I don't know. If they're going to check ID, if they're not going to check ID. I think they do, but they just tell you where. Yeah, they do actually, I think. Anyways. I'll go over there, figure out where I need to be, and we'll go from there. See you guys on the inside. Well, that was the easiest military check-in I've ever done. Maybe because it's a small base and I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see, in here. He didn't tell me to go all the way down. Fire station there. Service club there. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go this way and try to follow what he told me. I think the actual hospital is that one right there, but he said it's all the way to the other side is where the loading docks are. Maybe it's this way. Oh, okay, I see the loading docks right over there. I'll call my contact. I see loading docks over there. Call my contact, see what he says. Where they want us unloaded at. Looks like my delivery is like right next door to the capital. Helena's the capital of Montana, and my delivery is that building right over there on the side of it. Is what it looks like. Kind of cool. Never expected that. I've actually been here many times and kind of never even really. I knew that Helena was the capital, but I don't even know where the heck this Capitol building was. But here it is. You guys get to see it today, right here, right now. There you be. Not sure what happens in that building, but
turn right onto Roberts Street, then you will arrive at your destination.
Who cares? Look at this. Delivering to the Department of Revenue. Never thought I'd be here. Gotta go find a loading dock. I'll try to call my contact. Seems like every place I try to call the contact, it's just the main number. That's how it was at the last delivery as well. So anyway, I'll call anyways and find out. See if there's a loading dock here too. Okay, IRS is done. Delivered there too. So all these little buildings around this whole area out here, they got there's some government, some historical buildings out here. Some of them are they even have like a tour train that stops by and talks about it. Because I just parked in I just parked on one of the places where a tour train just pulled up behind me, so I had to move to send my paperwork and all that. But yeah, So all these, they're, you know, they're all something here. That's a museum being built behind me. So maybe a cool place to go hang out if you guys are ever stuck over here for the weekend somehow. Or if you're driving by and you want to go, you know, check out some historical places in Helena, Montana, and you have, like, you know, say all weekend still or an extra day, you know, you want to hang out, this is a place to go if you're into that. Anyways, gonna punch in my final address and find me a place to get coffee along the way, get going, deliver, and then turn around and go home. It'll be an all-day event by the time I'm all done with everything. I don't even know how far Great Falls is from Helena. I gotta look it up still. Got my coffee and my breakfast of champions. I don't know. I didn't see anything better. I didn't really want like a Big Mac or whatever. I like the tornadoes sometimes, but they gotta be like fresh and well cooked and not all crispy and whatever, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get them that are overcooked and I just throw them away. Let the birds have them out the window, you know. But hot dogs this morning, so that's my breakfast. What are you guys having for breakfast today? Guys, from Helena to Great Falls and from Great Falls down to Helena on I-15, you get some of the best views in the Northwest as far as mountains and nature and all of those kind of things. Look at this. It's incredible. Look at this, look at this. Camera does no justice, I'm telling you. You gotta be out here and perfect to catch and capture all the details. So many people fly fishing. Look at that. So many boats. There's like 10 boats I can count right there. And more up the stream over there. It's the Missouri River in Montana. So I guess trout fishing right now, right? Those of you who are fishermen, you guys would know. But I think it's open all year round pretty much, I believe, for fly fishing. Who's gonna take me fly fishing? Any of you? Breaks my heart to see this. I'm driving and somebody's fishing. So many people standing in the water too right there. Jeez. Wow. So many boats too. Technically, if you think about it, I could drop off, come back, fish and all that, but like I've been saying before, is when I got little kids at home and wife that's been with them for the last, it's going to be 3 days, you know, and I'm not there to help, it's too much for one person. It really is. When you have kids back to back, it takes a toll, and, you know, I'm not a selfish person. Can't just be out here and, you know, I'll get to enjoy all this with the views and all that, but as far as like spending time out here by myself, you know, I'm not that selfish. I can't do that. Look at all those guys down there in boats, and these ones are just without them, on foot, I guess. people fishing all over here. Anywhere they can park and find a spot. I mean, why wouldn't you? Look at the beautiful country. Maybe for you all the mountains look small, but for me they're big, rocky, beautiful. Wow. Might be a residential delivery, I don't know. I called the contact, but fuck. Okay, you know, go somewhere. Maybe it's a shop, I don't know. So far to me, 1.3 miles away, and this is what it looks like, so my guess it's a residence. And people in Montana, I tell you what, they have money to build themselves whatever they want to build. Some are just, you know, normal houses. Some are cheaper normal houses. Some are incredible houses. Some are just, you know, basic. And some are not. So either way, anything out here costs big bucks to build because it's an insane amount of money. Insane amount of money for labor right now and for material still. So, and with those new EPAs that are coming out in 2027, there's going to be new emissions for the trucks that are going to cause these trucks to be anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 more expensive each. Semi trucks plus other trucks, and when that goes to semi trucks, the cost of the loads have to go up. Because the cost of repairs go up, dealerships are going to charge more. So eventually, all that kind of stuff, you got to understand that all our consumables that we consume are transported via truck. So everything is going to get a lot more expensive. Inflation is going to go up even more. Look at that big old house up there. Jeez. Some Somebody's got the views. Okay, well, we'll find it. We'll definitely find it. And here's some people grinding away. Building. Somebody's framing. Somebody's doing backfill for slab for concrete. Okay, it is a residence. It'll be on the left at 800 feet. 79 is what I'm looking for. 67, 73, and 79. 79. Okay, well, we'll go see who's home and who can help assist with bringing it down. If they can even. We'll see. Okay. It's in the garage, so I had to. This is the third stop I had to hand unload stuff at, and they're paying, or we've been charging and they're paying. We've been telling them $75 at each stop, so plus 75 at 3 locations. Not too bad, I guess. Helps with the rate at the end. Helps with the rate at the end, because 75 times 3 is not a small amount of money. It was 4 different deliveries, 4 different stops. This is the last one, residential one. And I put it in the garage. So this one was a big one self-contained box. I don't know how heavy, maybe a couple 100 pounds. So I just got it down and put it on my 4-wheel dolly and wheeled it into the garage, and then we're done. There's that one big house I was telling you guys about, right up there, up on the very top. Probably can't see with how the camera makes it look, but yeah, Montana living in Great Falls, Montana. Well, you know what? It's everywhere like this. You know, there's anywhere decent where there's water, where there's life. People were working, people are building, people are living, you know. And I don't know where they work and how they make their living out here in some places. I mean, here, yeah, I understand that there's some businesses, you know, minimum wage living. Of course, you're not gonna be able to afford anything. But you guys see this, right? Like, you know, shops, garages, you know, people are doing stuff, people are doing things, people are staying busy. And land in Montana is unreal. Like the pricing is incredible. I don't know why. Like my brother-in-law, he lives in Missoula, so their land is over double than what ours is, like just for the same thing. It actually used to be triple. Now that ours has gotten in price, so now it's like bit over double over there than here, plus everything else, the cost of labor, everything else. So he built a house, then sold it in Spokane. So he says that everything's so much cheaper to hire out. So people, you know, he did a lot of work himself, but he hired out a lot of stuff himself too. So other people did it. So he says that the cost of labor is just so much cheaper in Washington versus Montana. So I don't know how these guys really are surviving out here. Are they really getting paid what, double the amount almost than what we get paid in small towns like that, where there's almost no work, no labor, nothing? I don't know. It's kind of, you guys tell me. I know there used to be a lot more Montana watchers. Now they've kind of maybe disappeared, or maybe got burned out from watching this stuff, because they've probably seen it all now. But I haven't been in this neighborhood, guys, so you haven't seen this. Some of these, what are these, olive trees? What is this? Are you kidding me? Is that olive? I wonder if those are olive trees. That's weird. Do they really grow olives here? I know it has to be hot. Oh. I think I'm gonna head to the truck stop, take a shower, and keep on going home because I haven't showered. I left on Monday. I showered before all that, so Monday, and then yesterday I didn't shower, and today's the third day now. So technically I haven't showered yesterday, and so far it's 10:42 my time, 11:42 local time. So noon local time. And when it's 100 out, I don't know, you kind of want to be cleaner, a little cleaner than what you are now. I'm gonna go Love's Truck Stop, shower, shave a little bit underneath here, maybe shave some of this, I don't know. Wife was saying something about let your beard out. I'm not really a fan of beards for some reason, not sure why, but we'll go shower, clean up a bit, get going home. I don't even remember how many miles it is to go home. I think it's like a more than 5 hour trip. Maybe 6-7 hour trip from here, I'm not sure. We'll put it in the GPS and then I'll let you guys know. But everybody's got big chunks of land. Everybody's got, look at that house, you know what I mean? Huge. Some of these old ones, yeah, but you know, the newly built stuff, look at that one. Look at this thing. I mean, it's just insane. People in Montana have money. I've told you guys this. And it's not all California moving here and building from selling their shack. It's people that live here and they're building and they're living. And a lot of people are building for cash. So people have money. People made money. Changed my mind about going to the truck stop to shower. I'll just do that at home. I looked at it, I'm like 6 hours where I was at that point, 6 hours from home, and I'm thinking, why am I going to waste 15, 20 bucks on a shower when, you know, in 6 hours I'll go home and shower and do all my good stuff. So figured, hey, I'm not going to waste time, plus I'm not going to waste money. I'm just going to go. Look over there. I don't know, you can't really see much because of the smoke. Apparently there's some things in Canada burning, and then a couple wildfires out here in Montana, but Glacier Park is right over those mountains over there. So this is what it's like in the wild, wild west in Montana. Open fields, open roads, 80-mile-an-hour speed limit. So you can clear 80 miles an hour, and then you got all this beautifulness. It just, I don't know, you guys, maybe for some of you this is not it, and you could never, you know, never take pleasure in driving through somewhere like this, but hey, for me, this is just unreal. Look at this. This is incredible. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. There's a lot of people that are scared to go to Montana, scared to go out west. Why? I don't know. I mean, yeah, the freight is slower, but, you know, in the end, you get to at least experience what you get to see. Look at this openness. Look at that. Sorry for the glare, but besides the glare, try to look forward. You get a vehicle maybe once in a while coming your way. Maybe somebody will pass you, maybe not. But usually you're kind of like, you know, king of the road out here. Just you and the wilderness. I love it out here in the wintertime. Wintertime is best. You get that wind, you get those snow berms, and then all this, when all this is white, it's just something totally different. But you guys guys have seen it. I've showed you the videos. If you haven't, keep scrolling down. There's about close to 400 videos on here now. You guys can see them all. Says this is a fishing area. Is it? I passed a place that was a little better, but what do you guys think? Not gonna get bitten by anything out here? Or will I? I got my flip-flops on. So I got the safety gear just like it needs to be. Let's see. Hopefully the van doesn't get stolen out there. I left it running. Oh man, you guys, will there be trout here? Oh wow, I gotta try the water. Hey, it's 100 or not 100 but 90 something out. Ooh, nice and cold. Oh my goodness. And you just stand in this and cast, and I don't know. I didn't see any fishermen out here for a long while. This is Highway 200 coming from Great Falls to, it's gonna go down to Missoula. So I haven't seen people fishing in the, like, from what I saw from the road off of this, whatever this is, stream. Wow. But I bet there's fish here. I mean, come on. Why wouldn't there be? You know, this is a perfect place to just sit down, put your chair in here, and just chill. And look up at the sun, wherever it is up there, and just relax. Or if anything, go to that side and stay there. Wow, I'm debating whether I should try. I don't have the right stuff for fly fishing though. I do have other like rooster tails and stuff that I could try. Maybe they're hungry for rooster tail. Oh man. What do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna keep going a little further and see if I find a spot that's more calm and a little more deeper. And if I do, I'll stop by over there. Still pretty great out here. There's another turnoff over there where this river, stream, whatever, does a whole bunch of zigzags, and you can pick a spot if you want. But as you can see, it's not very deep at all over here, so I don't know. Fish kind of likes to be, from what I know, is hanging out in a place where there's like rapids, and then it's a calm area, and they're just kind of chilling over there in between the two. You know, truly this is the best part of the job. And why? Well, because you yourself make a decision where you want to stop, for how long you want to stop. Well, as long as your freight is not waiting to be unloaded and you're doing a direct delivery. But looking at this, I mean, seriously, there's so many turnoffs for fishing, like everywhere, and there's so many turnoffs that people just made, kind of man-made, and not even like state-made. But either way, like right here, this guy, what's he doing here? He's gonna get out and go fish, or maybe not. That's a female there. Maybe she's doing a diaper change or something. But anyways, looking at the map, See how that kind of just goes all over the place? That stream gets bigger, smaller, smaller, bigger. And it's nice, you can see exactly what's up out there. I normally have it in satellite mode. I don't know why it's not doing satellite right now. Satellite on. There we go. There it is. There's no service, so satellite's kind of... Wherever there's no service and you didn't have any before, it kind of won't really load properly, but it's usually telling you where everything is, and a little further out you can zoom out and kind of see more lakes and more whatnot. But the point is you guys are in control. If you're unloaded and you're traveling somewhere, moving, whatever, a lot of times we pay drivers, they're unloading in a certain area where it's not great for freight, so we pay them the mileage to go to a different area that's good for freight. Well, you are your own boss to say, hey man, today, for the rest of the day, please, count me as unavailable, and I'm gonna go and do fishing, gonna go relaxing, gonna go to the lake, gonna go do whatever, wherever, you know what I mean? As long as you don't have unloaded freight in the back of you. If that's what you got going on and it's a direct delivery, obviously you can't be doing that. But say it's Friday and you wanna, go and stop by a few different places, as long as there's phone service there, you guys can do that. That way, and tell us, you know what I mean? Tell us as well. We've had drivers where they were driving through Glacier Parks before. Glacier Park, so they wanted to go to Glacier. So they've gone to Glacier. I don't remember if they had freight with them or not, but they told us where they were going to go, and we told broker, and it was totally fine. Same thing with Yellowstone, we had people unload, and then they said, hey, we're going to take maybe a day, maybe two, and go to Yellowstone. And that's totally fine. Why not? Of course, this is what this job is for. It's got to reward you. It's got to be rewarding, more than with just money. And the best reward is you being a free bird. You unload, and then you're a free bird. As long as you tell dispatch, hey, I'm taking some time off. Don't tell them that when they're actively looking for a load for you and just booked you something and sent you the address. Then that's a big problem. When people do that, if people do that, they're pretty much gone and fired. If we book you a load and you tell us no, then it's a long conversation to see why you did that to us. Why you wouldn't say that, hey, I'm unavailable. It doesn't take too long to say that. That way we don't get in trouble, and broker doesn't get in trouble with their customer, because everybody loses here when people do that. Broker loses their customer because their customer trusted them with the load and gave it to them and did paperwork for them and all that. And then broker's mad at us because we stood them up. And then we're obviously mad at you because that broker's not going to give us any more freight, or even better, put us on a blacklist and not give us any freight at all forever, and block our email too. So everything has to be done right, peeps. Like I said, this is Highway 200 going to Missoula. I got 4 hours and 4 minutes left all the way to my house. I got one more fill up I'll do in Post Falls, the usual place where I fill up, where it's nice and cheap. $3.55 for diesel in the middle of July on the West Coast. Not a bad price. I know those of you guys who live in Texas, Oklahoma, the Midwest, you're gonna say, well, that's not the best price, because they're probably $1 cheaper or close to that, somewhere around there. Look at that. There's areas. You just pull off right there and walk, and you're good. You're golden. So many places. I mean, Montana in the summertime like this, or even in the fall. I like it more in the summertime because I'm a flip-flop guy, so I gotta have my flip-flops on, and then I'm good. If I gotta wear pants, shoes, coat, boots, that's too much work because you're all dirty, obviously, after that. With flip-flops, you go, you wash, you jump in the water, you do. Hey, I had an idea. That shower I was talking to you guys about, I had an idea of coming back, grabbing the soap, and, putting on my swim trunks, and just do it the old-fashioned way like I did 2 years ago. I did a video for you guys. If you haven't seen it on the channel, you can see it. Scroll all the way down from like 2 years ago. And I did that one where I took, pretty much I was bathing in Montana in the lake. I'm not saying it's, it's doable and it's something you can do and not pay $20. Well, it depends where you're at, but I've seen a shower as much as $19 myself. And they could be anywhere from $12 to $20. It just depends. But $20 is a good meal. So if I'm gonna save on a shower by going and washing in a lake where there's nobody there, and it's not at the public beach, obviously, so nobody's, so you're not playing games on people's minds. When they see you out there, they're going to think, what a weirdo, what is this? This guy from 100 years ago? Back in time? Or forward in time? I don't know, whatever. It's doable. I do it, you know what I mean? I'm not saying everybody do it, but hey, I do it and I'm not ashamed of it. It's a $15 to $20 savings, and I could buy myself 3 or 4 Red Bulls for that price. So anywhere I could save money, I will save money. Same thing with like doing truck washes and all that. You can carry a hose with you, and at the truck stops, many truck stops have a designated area where there will be a spout that you could use to for RVs, that you could fill up for RVs. You could go wash your van over there, put a hose on there and wash away. Who's gonna kick you out? Nobody. Just some thoughts to ponder with. Every time I want to pull the camera out, show you guys people floating on the water, either in paddle boards or on floaties or on blow-up boats, fishing, enjoying this 98-degree weather. All of a sudden they'll come around a turn and I can't, you know what I mean? They're gone already. So lots of people enjoying the hot weather. Look at that floating bridge. Okay, 217 miles to go all the way to my house from here, pulling up to Missoula. So I want to flush out or wash out my radiator somewhere. Not the radiator itself, but the actual condenser, the AC one, because it's full of bugs, man. Last night I had a bunch of those insane, crazy area where there's a bunch of, I don't know what it was, moths or whatever it was. It felt like rain. So I want to wash all that out because it's all, my condenser's all caked in those. I mean, my AC is blowing as long as I'm moving, it's going, but it's not really cooling down. Or at least I don't feel like it is. I wouldn't be cooling down like that if I was caked that bad. So got to find some place with the hose and the water and rinse it off a little bit. Maybe spray some Windex on it. I know there's some sprays that they sell to spray the outside, and it supposedly cleans it away or washes it away. They sell them at Home Depot and Lowe's for heat pumps and stuff and AC units. You're supposed to really, I think, to maintain that, you're supposed to at least once a season spray those coils, and supposedly it just washes down all the dirt and all the whatever grime. That way your stuff's not overheating. Oh, 3 boats right there. Hard to see, but they're there. So guys, maybe I've already said this before, maybe I haven't. Thanks for watching. This is a episode where, I really enjoyed this load, this exact one, because the weather's great. It all went well. Everything got unloaded on time. You know what I mean? Vehicle performed good, no breakdowns. So everything went perfect. And the beautiful scenery, stopping by places, getting out, showing you guys. I mean, it's all put together. When it's all put together, it's a perfect run. I call it a perfect run, just because everything's perfect. So God bless you guys. Take care. And if you're looking for a company to work with that's, treating you well, I guess I'll tell you this. Maybe everybody treats you well, but if you're looking to start this business, I don't know if it's the right time to start. It's an individual approach type of deal. But if you're already in the business, you already invested into a van, and you're struggling maybe, and it kind of depends why you're struggling too, but maybe you're not being treated well, maybe your dispatch isn't putting the right amount of time or right amount of effort, or they're not experienced enough in what they're doing, or they don't have the right connections, then maybe you should look around and see and switch to a different company. But things are slow. The whole trucking industry, doesn't matter if you're an expediting, if you're an owner operator in a semi truck, doesn't matter what type of trailer. I think everything except for car hauling right now is not where it needs to be. But like our company, we work hard. We treat people the way they need to be treated, as human beings, not as just a number. Because I do speak to a lot of people over the phone, and it seems like there's companies out there that for some reason they treat drivers like they're just a number. Hey, when it's lights out, then it's lights out. People just turn off their computer, go home, and that driver's out of luck. Well, it needs to be a little better than that. Drivers are people. So we got to put in, we do, but other people need to put in all the efforts they can put in to keep everybody rolling, We do, if it's after hours, there's always somebody looking at the loads. There's somebody always checking. We post trucks online. We wait for a phone call in case they don't get posted, because after hours, there's some posts, but not many. And when a broker gets a customer who wants to move some freight, they'll reach out to them. And then when they look online, they don't really post it, but when they look online and see an available vehicle, they either call or email us and say, hey, you want to move this load, and what would you need on it to move it? And we're always there. It doesn't matter, day or night, and whatever. And the brokers that deal with us, they know that we're always there. It's no secret. So we try to do everything. I'm not trying to say we're the best company out there. Definitely not. I'm sure there's probably better people out there. I'm sure there's people with more connections that have been in the business maybe longer, maybe less. But anyway, we work hard for our money. We don't make money unless the driver is moving. Nobody pays us hourly to sit around and just do nothing. So if we don't get loads, we don't get paid. Neither do the dispatchers, neither does the company. So we do everything in our power to keep everybody busy. I know that a lot of you guys are going to be watching and going, well, things have been slower. I know you say that, but it doesn't look like it, because the market is that way. The loads are cheap, and there's people out there that haul cheap loads. There's people out there that will drive 500 miles for $300. There's people out there that do that. I don't know why they do it, but there's people out there that do that. There's cheap haulers out there, and we're not looking to be cheap haulers, We're a premium carrier. All our drivers are premium drivers, so we need to get premium loads. I know I'm just, some of you guys might think, yeah, your lips are just flapping in the wind. Hey, I'm telling you guys how it is. Sometimes we do take cheaper freight just to get moving because, you know, making some money is better than making no money. I understand that, but doing it all the time and, you know, acting like it's okay, no, it's not okay. When, you know, when drivers have bills to pay, insurance to pay, you know, maintenance to do, everything else, home bills to pay, you got to get compensated for this. And right now, the compensation should be more. It definitely should be more. Or at least the loads should be there, so that way we can keep units rolling and rolling and rolling. But the problem is there's just not as many loads, and because there's not as many loads, there's still a lot of drivers out there, which causes people to drop down in price and just take it for whatever they can get it for and haul it for that. But you can't really do that all the time. I understand doing it once or twice, but not on every load, not on every place you land on and every place you deliver. You can't be doing that. Maybe that's a subject for another video, but thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're new, once again, my name's Andre, Eagle Express, and safe travels to all the drivers that are traveling. God bless you guys. I hope you're having busy weeks, good paychecks, and God bless each and one of you. Didn't show you guys yesterday, but look at this. If anybody wants some, I can scrape some on a pan for you. Windex. So get your windshield wet, get some Windex, get it wet with the squeegee and whatever, then spray Windex on it, wait a minute, and then wash it off with the normal thing here, and it gets rid of all your bugs, no problem. Otherwise you got to do a lot of scraping, a lot of washing, a lot of non-stop stuff. This gets them gone and clear super fast. So life hack for you guys. Got on Facebook Marketplace and found a go-kart for the kids in Missoula, Montana. So I'm gonna come home with a surprise. Let me know what kind of surprises you guys bring home to your kids after your trip.